You know, I think that the testimonies that we witnessed today, that we bore witness to today, was heart-wrenching, and that we need to acknowledge that, and that we need to hold that, but also use it as a point of strength right now. As we're going into this really, really crazy time, right, over the next 4 years. And I know that, there's been a lot of people that are freaking out about this guy that's coming into office in this colonial state of the United States. And I keep thinking about how resilient we are as human beings, how resilient we are that we continue to survive, that our ancestors have survived and continue to survive these waves of genocide that keep coming at us, and that we keep seeing all of these beautiful manifestations of poetry and artwork and voices and people using their bodies on the line in order for us to continue to say to the next generations that we are still here and that we stand side by side. And so, yes, the UC is complicit, and I will say that they have continued to fall in line with the settler colonial values that started out this country, that this country is complicit, because they created genocide. One of the people that's on the emeritus on the UC Regents is Gavin Newsom, who apologized for the genocide of California Indian people, and yet they're stifling the words and the education of a UC system to educate our young people, right? So we have to say that they're complicit. This muzzle that they're trying to put on us, this way of them trying to create this othering again, right? We are not otherings anymore. We cannot be set aside in those kinds of ways that we have saw across the world. Millions and millions of people that have stood up for our relatives in Palestine, and that we will continue to do that until Palestine is free in the way that they want to be free. And that, so sitting on this panel and listening to these young people who had to deal with the police brutality, to see that violence that have been used against Black and poor and brown and red people since time began in this country, to see those young people have to deal with that at a place of education, a place where there should be a freedom to learn about what's happening in the world, to look at the laws that have been created in a very short amount of time, that there are no Black or brown or poor people in this country that have been able to change laws to benefit them in that short amount of time that has happened with the Israeli people in this country. We have to look at all of the different things that they're complicit in. We have to stop the military wars, the military bombs from going over there. The United States government continues to do that and has continued to do that since it began on this country. And so I find them complicit, the UC Regents, I find the UC system, I find this United States government complicit in the genocide of our Palestinian relatives. And I thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of this.